passes for fury among your misbegotten kind.
Hi guys, hope you're well. Just wanted to show you a scout squad that I've been working on today. As you can probably tell, these guys aren't the normal standard sort of scout squads. They're actually the scouts that have come off the Landspeeder Storm kit, and it's been quite a pain getting them to look natural after positioning them today. I had to do quite a lot of pinning and quite a lot of converting to actually get them to go right, but I've got there in the end, and I'm quite happy with what's turned out. It's quite amazing, really, what you can come up with when you kit bash a sprue which shouldn't really even be used for sort of normal models. They're just supposed to be hanging onto the side of a land speeder. So what I've done is I've managed to get them to pose as naturally as possible, just using large bits of slate to sort of get the legs to be level, and go from there, really. All of them have been pinned in some way or another. I have managed to get to this stage without any green stuff, which I'm quite happy about, but there are some bits on a couple of them that will need a fair bit of green stuff work to make them sort of fill any gaps and look as natural as possible. So we'll take a look around the squad and see basically what I've done. First guy. The biggest problem for this guy was getting the arms to go on level, so it looked like he was actually gripping the bolt gun. It kept popping away from the body, and the feet not being level. I had to find the right bit of slate just to use for this guy, so it was a bit difficult. You can see that I put a pin through the hand that's underneath the bolt gun. That's just literally to get it to go into the arm, which was the difficult part. But I'll green stuff over just so his fingers are normal, and then it should be all right. The only thing that's a bit funny about this guy is it really looks like he's sticking his arse out, which is quite funny. But to get him to look crouched and like he's firing, as well as the way he's on the rock, I was quite happy with that. So that's that guy. As soon as I saw this hand on the sprue, I knew what I was going to be using it for. I wanted the sergeant to look like he was actually leading the squads, and he looks like he's basically telling them all to be quiet, which I was really happy with. You can see there's quite a big gap on his arm on the right hand, his right arm. It's got a pin going through it, which will be green stuff to obviously look more natural. The biggest problem on this guy was the feet, as a lot of them will be. The reason for that is obviously because he's designed to be hanging off the side of the land speeder. He'd be sitting like that. So to get him to stand upright was a bit difficult, and the arm, I think I pinned this arm on because it needed to be holding the bolt gun in a natural pose, but again, he needs to have some green stuff in there just to look right. Really happy with how he turned out. I thought it was sort of what I needed for a leadership figure in the squad. The other guy, I have used parts from a normal Scouts sprue that I had laying about. I do like shotguns. They're not the best in game, but they generally do look quite good, and they do quite a good job on the field against most targets. He's had quite a lot of pin work done to him, because I just could not get the arms to go on right and look natural. And again, the feet were the easiest part on this model. He's actually been cut. I actually had to cut them just to get it to go right on the base. But aside from that, he's had some pinning on his arms to join the arms on. There's pin on just from the sort of like shoulder into the forearm, and then from the wrist into the hand. So he's actually pinned in two places, plus the other arm being pinned on as well. So a bit of green stuff work on him, and he'll be fine. But I'm really happy with him as well. The fourth guy of the squad. These are the most difficult legs I've had to actually position. I had to cut them just to get it to pose right, and it did come out okay, but the biggest problem was getting this arm on. This arm's been pinned, as you can see, and I couldn't really put it in any other pose to make it any more natural than that. I gave him a bolt pistol because I couldn't make him fire with the bolt gun, and just wanted him to look like he was looking for a target. Again, I put him on a great big bit of slate just because there was no other way to get this model to look right on a base. So I'm pretty happy with that. Out of all of them, I think it's probably the one I'm least happy with. But let me know your thoughts on this. And the final guy, I wanted to have a heavy bolter in the squad, because I either normally arm them with all bolt guns or sniper rifles, but I really wanted to have a heavy bolter in the squad. No matter which way I tried, I couldn't get it to look like he was firing. So I managed to just get it looking like he was lugging the thing across the field. Again, because of the legs, I couldn't actually get him to sort of sit right on the base, so I had to cut his foot off, as you can see, reposition it, pin it, and then get it glued down just to get him to stand in a sort of natural way. He looks like he's resting the heavy bolter while searching for something. Again, the other hand holding the top of it, that's been pinned into the model purely because there was no other way for me to get it to look like he was carrying the thing. A lot of pinning work, as you can see, on both the shoulders on this guy, so more green stuff work on him, but once that's done, it should look okay, I hope. So that's it, guys. That's a really sort of kit bashed scout squad. Quite happy with how it's turned out. Needs a bit of green stuff work, but it just shows what you can do when you get use some pins and sit around positioning them for a while. Let me know what you think. Do you think it's worth all the work that's gone in? Hopefully you do. Leave some comments, like the video, and as always, guys, please subscribe to the channel because it really means a lot, and I appreciate the any feedback that you do give me. Thanks a lot, guys. Take care. Bye bye.